Hello everyone, this is Lakshmi from the coding trial. I have the opportunity to teach the future of our country. I love coding and I love kids, and this combination brought me to this platform where I can get the opportunity to train the future of our country. Now here I am going to start with a basic topic of web development. So, as we can see on the slide, I have seen that a lot of kids now in the vacation time, they all are surfing on net. Since it's very hot outside, they prefer sitting inside and play some games. And I have seen some kids who are amazed by the websites that they see, and they also want to create one, but they don't know how to do it. So here I am going to throw some light on the basic steps that can be followed to create such wonderful websites. So before going into it, let's go through some basic concepts and facts. Let's see what's the difference between the web page and website. The web page is a single document on the web using a unique URL. URL means Uniform Resource Locator. It's basically an address. Like if you want to reach our friend or our cousin's house, we need to have a proper address. The same way, if you are surfing something on net, if you want to go through some information on some topic, you need to know the URL of the web page, the address of the web page. So if you mention the address properly, then only you will be able to get onto the information or get onto the website. Now the website is a collection of multiple web pages in which information on a related topic or another subject is linked together under the same domain address. Now let's see what's the difference between web design and web development. Web design, so whatever you see on the site, whatever comes in front of you, it's web designing. It doesn't include any code writing. The purpose is to add some appeal to the site. The background color, the text color, the font style, the placement of the elements, the size and shape of the elements, everything comes in web designing. And if you want to give life to these elements, we need to know web development. So web development includes the coding. So you need to give some work to the elements that has been used in the website, but that has been done as a part of web designing. So to give the behavior, we need to know the web development. Now, before going on to the platform on which we can create wonderful websites, we need to know what is an IDE. IDE is Integrated Development Environment. It's a computer program that makes it easier to write other computer programs. The computer programmers use IDEs to edit the source code. It is especially useful for new programmers who are not so much comfortable with the syntaxes and the structure of the program. So when you start writing the commands, you will see that there is a proper format that has to be followed. When you are writing a command, you will see that a small dot or a semicolon or inverted commas plays a very important role while you are writing a command. So for the beginners who are just learning, they can get a little help from these IDEs. Now it has all the features and tools that are needed by software developers. Now for web development, we need to know some languages. We use languages like HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So web development is a set of processes and tools to create website. Web development is a combination of technologies to design and implement web pages. The languages HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's a programming language used to create the web pages. If you use the internet, you have witnessed the work of HTML, and this very website would be with this very website that I am showing my work today. will not be possible without the HTML. Now, together the HTML with CSS and JavaScript, HTML builds the foundation for the modern web development. So basically, when you open your any web page or any website, whatever content you see on the page is a part of HTML, the content. But if you just use an HTML, it would be like a plain text. And if you want to add styling to it, then we have to go on to the other language, that is CSS, Cascade Style Sheets. The background color, the font color, the font size, the shape of the button, whatever you see that you have added in the HTML will be styled in CSS, Cascade Style Sheet. And if you want to give behavior to these elements, that when the button is clicked, a sound should be played, or when a button is clicked, it should be navigating to another page, or when you are moving your mouse over a certain text, the color should be changing, or if you are moving your cursor over an image, the image should be changing. Such behavior, if you want to add, you need to have JavaScript. So JavaScript can add text dynamically, create interactive content by manipulating the elements on the screen, and update the information in real time. So web design is the process of creating and maintaining websites, and it involves various tasks and skills including the visual design, user experience design, and coding. And to give life to the web elements that has been added by the web designer, web development is required, and for web development we need to know these languages. Now let's see a small, I can say, an example of how to work on HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So I will be working on an online IDE, codepen.io. So you can see over here I have created a small web page based on vacation. I thought it's vacation type, so what else to choose? So I use this topic itself. Now let's see how we can work on it. On the left side you can see the three languages that I was talking about is coming: HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So let's see how we can build this web page. I'm going to open a new page. Yes. Okay. So the content that the user will be seeing on the screen will be done in the HTML itself. So HTML, we will be writing the commands in HTML in the tags within the HTML tag, and in the HTML has got two sections. One is the head section and the body section. In the head section, just like what we can't show our brain to everyone, the same thing happens over here. Whatever you write in the head section will not be visible to the user. The head section will be holding the links, actually, that if you are applying some font that you have loved in and that you have seen in some other website, you can copy that link, but you have to provide the source in the HTML in the head section. If you are using other languages, you will, in the coming classes we will be seeing that if you are using some other languages, those links are supposed to be added in the head section. That will not be visible to the user because it's not needed. Only the title, it will be coming as a tab on top. Now let me start coding the HTML. So I have started with the HTML tags. So all the tags has a closing and starting and the closing part. So I have started the HTML tag and I am going to close it now. So the autocomplete is really helpful. Inside the HTML, first the head section will be coming. Yeah, and I need to close the head section. So whatever tags are open, it has been closed as well. And after the head section comes the body section. Okay. Now it's an online IDE, means till the internet connection is there, this is going to work. So it's very important that you save your work. If it's not saved and the net is gone, everything will be gone. So I have saved it. Now, inside the head section, I'm going to name it as, I need to give a title first. So let me name the title as vacation itself. And I have closed the vacation title. Now the head section is over and you can see that nothing is visible on the screen. Okay, now let's make something, let's type something that is going to be visible on the result page. So that means I am moving on to the body section. Right now the body section, it's coming as plain white color. Let me first give a color to it. So I am going to CSS. You can see to add the style we need to work on CSS. Background color. Background color. Now to apply the color, in this online ID you can see a section of assets is there. If you click on assets, you can see here colors is mentioned, and here you can see a lot of different shades of different colors are given. Whichever color you want you can choose. So let me choose this color. So once you click on it, automatically the hex code of the color has been copied. In the coming classes I will teach you how you can choose the color codes from other sites, but for the timing we will be using this one, and Control V, it has been added. Yes, the color has come. Okay, so now something visual that I am doing I am able to see. Now it's time for some heading. Heading, for heading I will be using the header tags H1 to H6. There are 6 header tags. H1 will have the big size font, and as we move on, H2, H3, H4, H5, 6, the size will keep on decreasing. H6 the size will be becoming very small. So here I want a big size because I am going to write the heading of the page. Now what should be the heading? Enjoying the vacation. Enjoying the vacation. So you can see whatever I am typing is coming on the screen, but I want it towards the center of the screen. So to keep it to the center, we need to align it to the center, and whatever regarding the style, it will be inside the CSS. So let me align the text to the center. Center. Yes, it has gone to the center. Let me give a different font color. Yeah. Now again, it's not looking that good. Don't know whether this color which will match to the background color, but let me give it a try. Yeah, it's looking fine. Font style, font family, let me make it cursive. Yes, that's looking good. So my heading is ready. Now after the heading, let me add an image. Now great, let's add some image to it. So image will be added within the img tag, the image tag. And when I am talking about image, the image will be something from the website that I am going to take. So I need to provide the address of it. So for that, I am going to different site to check some image that I can take. Vacation cartoon images. Let's see, vacation cartoon images I have selected. That's looking good. Let me see. Open the link in new tab. Let me get the image first. Can I get the address also? copy image address and coming back, I'm going to add it, Control V. Oh my god, the image is too big, so that means I need to reduce its size. I need to give a proper width and height so that it fits well on the screen. It's visible, yes, it's visible. Okay, so for that, if you want to style an element, I need to give an ID. Just like in a school, all the kids have got different roll numbers. The same way, if we want to style an element, we can give an ID to it. So I'm going to give the ID as let me give the ID as img image1 img1, and now I will be styling this img1 over here. So it's an ID. Now when we are styling, for an ID we have to put an hashtag, and write the ID the same way that you have named it above. Then curly brackets, we need to provide width, how much should be there. Let me say width 80% is fine, 80% is big. Let me go down to 30%. Oh great, that's looking cute. Well, so the image has been successfully added. Now moving on to the content that I want to type. So it's just a heading and a picture. Even then it's looking good, but I want to write something that I felt when I was enjoying my vacation. So if you want to write something like that, you need to use a P tag. Paragraph, P means paragraph. So I'm going to add a P tag below the image, and again whatever you start you have to end it also. Now here you can type something, anything that you want that comes in your mind, the first thing that comes in your mind when you think about the vacation that you have just spent. I love my vacation time. The most interesting thing that happens to me is visiting my grandparents' house. Now here you can see that the text that I am writing, it's coming just next to the image. I want it to take a new line, so for that I need to provide a break. So I will be adding a break tag. I want it to come down. Yes, perfect. Yeah, I know that the text is coming very small. I can increase the font size, but let me write one more line. My grandma makes tasty food, and my grandpa takes me to adventure sports. The adventure sports near to my house. Adventure sports near my house. Near to the grandparents' house. Near the grandparents' house. So this way you can keep on writing anything that you feel like to. If you want to add more images, you can keep on adding images as well. See, that's looking good. Great. Isn't it? Yeah. Now here, if you want again that the font size or the font color has to be changed, you can do that. How you can do? For that also you need to give an ID. You can give the ID as P1 and then go down over here. It's an ID, so again put a hashtag P1, curly bracket, enter. Now first is the font size that I want to increase. Font size, let me make it 10 pixel. That's too small. Yes, that's fine. That's looking good. Nice and clear. And I want to give a different color since the heading is also having the same color. Orange color, let me see, orange color will look good or not. Oh, I can't read it. Make sure that you all tried this. Okay, it's very interesting when it's like you are just relaxing, right? You are taking off all the tensions from your mind and enjoying something. Since there is no restriction that you have to add this, you have to add that. It's your website. You can create the way you want. You can create that make you happy from inside. Okay, add all the pictures that you want, not just this topic. You can create a web page on any topic, the movie that you have seen, the book that you have read. The most interesting thing is that if you want to add a lot of things in one page, it's better you write your own blog in which you can add the fun places that you have visited, the books that you have read, the song that you like to listen, the sports that you enjoy watching or enjoy playing. You can add all these different sections. That's very interesting. You can keep on adding different section. You can keep on styling. You can keep on adding the images that will support the section. That would be very much interesting. So I have added. Now next, let me write my name at the bottom. Let me write. So for that, as I have told you, H1 to H6 I can use different size. At the bottom I am writing Lakshmi. Yes, it has come. Right. So it's looking good. Now let me add a song. Let me add a button in it, clicking of which the song will be played. So if you want a song to be played when a button is clicked, so first thing is that the button should be there. First the button should be there and an audio file should also be there, that which audio it's going to play when you click on it. Right. So first let's start by creating a button. So let me add the button just below the paragraph tag. So to add a button, we have the button tag. Button. There is a way of writing that, creating a button. So here you can see I have written button tag. Now I have to mention that this button is going to be clicked. Okay. So an event is going to happen. What event? The button has to be clicked. So here the click event, that when the button is clicked, something is going to play. So that event is named as on click. It's an event. Whenever you are going through any website, if there are some options where you feels that yes, it's clickable, means whatever you are clicking and you are able to see the change on the screen, means it's an event happening. Okay, there's a drop down, you have clicked on the drop down, it's an event that you have just unlocked. Okay, so here it's a on click event. So when this button will be clicked, now when it is clicked, it is supposed to play a song. That means a behavior is going to be added. A behavior, as I have told you, when we have to provide a behavior to the content of the page, to the content of the website, we have to use JavaScript. Yes, JavaScript comes into action. So here I am going to just give a name that it is supposed to call, and that function that will be defined in the JavaScript, and it's called the function. So when the button is clicked, an event is happening that is calling a function, and that function will be defined in JavaScript. That what this name is going to do, it will be defined in the JavaScript. So let me name this as song. Oh, yeah, any name. Yes. Okay. Now let me close the button. Okay. So as I have told you, whatever you open, you need to close it. Fine. So see, I have just created a button and I have just closed it. So let's see how it's coming on the screen. See, this is the button that I have created. Right now I didn't write anything that should be shown on this element. So for that I have to type, play the song, play, something like that. That should be coming on it. Okay, great. Again, it's a plain text, a plain box with no styling, no color. I can make it look good, so I need to give an ID to it. ID, it's button 1. Oh no, yes, button 1. Now let me style this B1. Okay, it's an ID. So hashtag B1, curly bracket, yes. Background color, let me start with the background color of the button. What color will suit it? Light green. Let me see. Control V. Apply. Yes, that's looking good. Let me just increase the width of the button a little. 20% would be fine. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let me make its corners curved. So for that we have to use border radius. Border radius. Trust me, when you will be doing it yourself, you will feel much more happy. Right now I am enjoying doing all this. Okay, that's looking good. Now the font size 15 px would be fine. Has it updated? Okay, great. Yeah, that's fine. But currently you can see the button is there and I am able to click on it, but nothing is played. So for that I need to add a song first. So what I will do is that you can add any song, mp3. I have a song being added in the, I have a songs link with me. So let me add that songs link. And the songs link will be added inside the audio tag. So let me add an audio tag and the source has to be provided. So here I have it saved. You can use any MP3 file. Just Google search and you will get it easily. So I have added the song file. Now I have created the button, I have added the audio file, but how I will tell that yes, when this button is clicked, the audio file has to be played. So that means a link has to be established between these two. The button clicked, audio file played. So for that, this function will be coming into action. So what name did I give to the function? I have named it SONGGG. Oh my god, I have added 3 G's. So function SONGGG and circular bracket. Okay. Function will also be written within the curly bracket. Now audio file is there, button is there, function I have just written. The function has to be played, the song has to be played when the button is clicked. So I have to provide that where the song will be played. Where is the song? Okay, so I have these two questions has to be added. Where the song will be played and where is the song file. So where the song will be played, when this song function is going to be called, and this song function is called when the button that I have created with the ID B1 is clicked. Now I have to provide the address that where the song is. So for that I need to write command document. In the document, so what it is going to do, why it's not taking, yeah, in the document it is supposed to take an element whose ID, okay, so the song file's ID has to be given. So I realize that I haven't given any ID to the audio file. So let me give the ID to the audio file. ID equal to double inverted comma, and inside the file let me name it as audio itself. Okay, so I have named it as audio itself, and I am going to call this audio over here, AUDIO, audio, and I want that audio to be played. So dot PLAY, play, and then circular bracket, and after the circular bracket I need to put semicolon. Semicolon is like giving a full stop after each sentence in your English book. Oh my god, where is my whole content gone? Okay, let me reload the page to look where my content has gone. Adding this audio file has removed my content. Let me place it somewhere else. Come back my content. Yeah, it has come back. So let me add the song here itself. I don't know what happened. It should not be happening like that. Yes. Now Okay, 1 second. Yes. Okay, so now it's time to check whether the song is being played. That's interesting. So the song is being played. So this way you can all try creating one yourself. Okay, so it's just a single page that has been created. Sorry. With a proper heading using the heading tag, an image using the image tag, the paragraph using the P tag, a button has been added using the button tag, and last my name has been written with the H tag, H4 tag, header tag itself. And all the elements that has been added in here has been styled in CSS. Okay, so the body has been styled differently, the paragraph has been styled, the image has been styled, the button has been styled. So this way you can keep on styling whatever element. Okay, now the same way, right now the the font style that I have used was there in here. Now the same way there are some on the Google Fonts, it's a site of Google in which you will be able to see different font styles that you can apply. Let me show you. Yes, so here Google Fonts, you can see. Just go to Google Fonts and you will see wonderful styles there. So different font styles are there. Whichever you find it's interesting. I think this one is looking good. Let me go down and see something else. Yeah, this one is also looking good. So I have just clicked on it, and here you can see the boldness that you can do that you want. So if you want this one, just click over here. 1 second. Okay, just click over here that this one is what you want, and in here you will be able to see the links that we can use to add that. Now it's been added in, it's there in some other site. Okay, Google Font is the style, and from site from where I want to take it. So this has got an address, this has got a name for its style. So where it is, so it's in here, you can see the link. So this link has to be provided in the HTML in the head section. This link will not be visible to the user, whoever is opening your website, but we have to provide it and it should be there, otherwise the font style won't be applied. So here you can see the link is mentioned, and down you can see a section where you can copy it. Just click on copy and then go to your page, and in the head section after the title you can just Control V. Okay, so just by doing Control V it won't be applied. Okay, it's not going to be, it's just that where this font style is, that has been mentioned. Now what font, what's the name of the font, where it has to be applied, the next question comes. So I want that it should be applied to the P tag. So here this is the P tag, no? So make sure that where you want to give, yes, P1. Okay, I don't want the vacation image anymore. Closing it. Down if you go, you can see the CSS rules are given. Just click over it to copy it and then apply it. Control V. Dancing script. That's looking good. Great. Fine. Okay, now The same way, if you want some other style, for the button I am looking one, it's not looking, the plain text play is not looking good, so I thought of using, let me take this itself. Let me copy, it's lobster and display swap. Just copy it, go to your code pen, and again the link has to be added in the head section itself. Enter, Control V. Again go back. Now we need to copy the CSS, lobster cursive. Okay, you can do that also. Now my button, what's the ID given to the button? It's, I think B1 is what I have given. Yes, it's B1. Enter, Control V. Yep, that's good, that's cool. Yeah, that's looking better. So once we have done, just click on save, and if you want to share what you have created, you can just go to the address bar, copy it and share with your friends. Then just see what I have created. The same way, here only one image is there, you can add multiple images. You can give a scrolling effect. You can give the sliding effect. If you want to learn all this, you have to be connected with us. There's much more functionalities that you can add to a web page. You can add here this one is right now a single page. You can create multi-page in which there is going to be a new information about you, about the place that you have visited, or anything that you want to share, about a competition that you have attended. So you can add multiple sheets. So how to add it, how to get linked to the same website, that it should be a part of a single website, everything will be covered in the coming classes. So I hope you all will give it a try. And the song, so as I have told you, that any song file you can add, just Google search for any song that's there in your mind, and just take the address of it and create an audio tag first, paste it within the source, and then you have to, so once you have added the audio, you have to mention that where this audio file is going to be played. So probably if it's a button, you have to create a button. Now the connection has to be established. So how it can be established? By giving an on-click event to the button. It is supposed to call a function, and in the function we will be writing the command that will play this audio. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, hypertext markup language, cascade style sheet, JavaScript. The languages are required. So if I have shown you that when there was nothing in CSS, it was looking like a plain text with no styling. So that's very boring. So all the languages, it's a need when you are creating. Fine, single page web pages are there. Several single page web pages are available on it. So you can go through it, get an idea that what all things can be added, and then try to apply those concepts. Think that what might have added. You can add GIF images over here. It's not that a stationary image is going to be, can be added. You can just, so you have to get the address. So as I have told you, URL, the address of the page, the address of the song, the address of the image has to be added. Then only it can be applied. Okay, otherwise how you will be mentioning that which image you want. So this is an online IDE. So where it's very important to save it, otherwise if the internet is gone, nothing will be there. It's not going to be auto save. Now the same way there are offline IDEs, where it's not necessary that while you are creating a web page, throughout internet connection is needed. No, the files will be saved in your system. So you can keep on working on it till you are finishing, and once you have done, then you may have to use the internet to check whether it's working properly. So all the files will be saved in your system. Whenever you want, you can go and edit. Okay, and when there is internet connection, you can just run it and check and get a link and share. Now, hope you all enjoyed the session with me. So that's the simple topic that I have taken for today. It's the web development, a small portion of web development, where I just introduce you to the languages HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now you need to give a lot of practice, since it's the commands written in the proper format, proper tags. If anything is missing, it's going to show you an error. Currently you have seen that I have written everything within the tags. If you don't close it, if a double inverted comma is not being added, it is going to show an error. Now here you can see it's called untitled. You can give it a title and save it. Vacation 2023 and save. So it will be saved in your list, in your projects, in your work. Okay, so just open it and it will be coming back again. Yes. And if you want to edit, you got a new idea that you can apply, you just click on view in editor and then edit it as much as you want. The same way that you have added the color, here you can see that there is a section of photos. So here you can search for some photos and directly click on it, the URL will be copied. So these are the features that you can try, and we will be trying in the coming classes. Okay. So with this, we will be coming to an end to the session. So if you want to know more about it, if you enjoyed watching this video, and if you want to try it, you want to learn more about it, there are a lot of other courses that are waiting for you in our website www.thecodingtrial.com. Interested kids can go and see that what all things are waiting for you, what all courses are waiting for you. We are going to have fun together. It's a learning procedure. If you learn the basic, you can apply it to whatever ideas that you have. I know that kids at this young age has got a tremendous lot of ideas in their mind, and if a proper platform is provided, a proper training is provided, they can apply it and see the result for themselves. So do check our website www.thecodingtrial.com. If there is any question, you can type in here. Okay, so the questions come sometimes the kids have the problem that HTML tags, the elements are the same thing. No, the HTML elements are defined by starting the tag, and it may contain some content and a closing tag, just like I did for the heading tags, the title tag, the paragraph tag. Okay, and HTML and those are the elements, okay, the tags. But just h1, it's a starting tag, and h1 hash, that's called the closing tag. So HTML elements are defined by the starting and the stopping tag, and it will have a content in between. The elements are defined with the tags, the starting and the closing. Now here when I use the break tag, you have seen that I didn't put a closing tag. So those are called the void elements. The HTML elements which do not have closing tags or do not need to be closed are the void elements. So here we can end the session. If you want to know more about the course, do visit the site www.thecodingtrial.com.